Now, the suction, or the low side, will almost always be going straight to the compressor. All it does is an intake. It's a place to add refrigerant and check pressures. The high side will always be somewhere in line after the compressor, before the chamber. So this is our high side, and this guy you can see goes into the compressor on the other side through a long tube. So the low side will be your blue. This you know, red's high, it's pressure, it's scary red. I don't know if I can figure out a good way to remember that for yourself. Plus the pressures on the gauges are lower, so you can see that. Make sure your gauges are closed when you're hooking up your hoses. In fact, I didn't even want to do that yet. So first things first, we're going to use that vacuum pump to evac our hoses. Make sure that we have a vacuum inside of our hoses, because we don't want any sort of contaminants to reach the recovery tank. So you put your yellow into your vacuum hose. You know, the yellow goes to either your vacuum pump, your recovery pump, freon tank. It's what's going, you know, into the manifold of the gauges, and then the red and the blue go to the machine. Go ahead and turn that on, just to be sure. We'll go ahead and pull vacuum for a few seconds there. You can see, as you know, it's in the vacuum section of the gauges. It'll stop moving at some point. It doesn't take very long to pull vacuum inside these hoses. So close that up, turn that off, pull your hose out here. Okay, so now we're going to recover. So our yellow is going to go into the input of our recovery tank. And then I'll need a spare hose. There's one in that bag semi over there. Yeah, the yellow hose in there. She would be a deer. And before we hook that up too, I should pull. Oh, this is low loss. That's not low loss. Is there another hose anywhere?
I think some.